YouTube. So I can't see the comments in the YouTube chat or whatever. So if there's anything I do not cover in this presentation, please definitely feel free to reach out to me with the email. That's part of why I share that as well. So let's go ahead and get this rolling. Okay, so again, it's great to have you here with me tonight. And during my presentation, I want to actually share a very short video with you that is that's chock full of information. It's going to be some great information for you to have. And even if you are only able to partake in this presentation tonight and watch that portion of the video, and then what I share with you right after, this is definitely going to benefit you. Let's go ahead and pop that up here right now. Okay. Let's see. Okay, yeah, this is the problem that I had the other night. So I have to, if you can, let's see. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, let me see. Because the problem I had the other night with Zoom, they changed something in their presentation or their back office where I'm not able to see the screen that I'm sharing. So bear with me 1 second here. Sorry about that. It's minor technical difficulties. So let's see. Why isn't it? It's not that. Here we go. There. Okay. All right. Now I think we're all set. Sorry about that. Okay. So tonight we're going to be covering the most overlooked and simple techniques to building wealth and growing your income starting today. And what I'm going to be sharing with you tonight is going to be just different ways that you can help preserve the wealth that you have or start creating it, and then also have a little bit more of a secure financial future for you. Okay. And a lot of what I'm going to be sharing here is a technique that the wealthy do use that have created generational wealth for them and their families throughout the course of their family. Okay. So like a lot of people have this misconception that generational wealth is instantaneous. It's not. That's why it's called generational. It's the matter of, different steps and processes they use over the course of the history of their family that they've implemented this throughout through generation to generation, and that's why they do have the wealth they have today. Yeah. Somebody might pass away and leave somebody a small fortune or something like that. That's one way to have wealth, but that's not. That's being willed to you. It's like this. What I'm going to share with you tonight is something that the average everyday person, regardless of your income, whether you're making $15,000 a year or $150,000 a year, these steps with what I'm going to share with you tonight, it will allow you to start building that generational wealth for you and your family. And this is something that, it's like I said, it's a misconception that people think that you have to have X amount of money to do with what I'm going to share with you tonight. And the number one tip, or one of the number one ways the wealth create that generational wealth is through the value of saving in the form of gold and silver. Okay. And now some people might say, well, I don't want to save in the form of gold and silver. Well, with what I'm going to share with you tonight, and you understand the value of gold and silver, and also the information I share with you on the decline of the US dollar and the rise of inflation. So you have all these factors. You have inflation, you have the value of the dollar declining, the purchasing power of the dollar has continually declined for the last century. And I'm going to show you some important facts that everybody needs to know. And my main purpose here tonight is to just give you some information on what you can do to give you an option so that you are aware of this as a way of creating wealth for you and your family and having a more secure future. And this is something, like I said, regardless of your income, if you're making $15,000 or $150,000 a year, you could still do this. Okay. And this is just, that's the one thing with the generational wealth. It's a little bit over time. And of course, time is how it builds up. And so that's what I'm going to share with you today. Okay. So what are the benefits of saving in the form of precious metals, or in this case, specifically here, we're talking about gold and silver. And also in the video presentation that I have for you, the gentleman that I'm going to introduce to you here in a little bit, he actually refers to it as sound money. And there's a reason why it's called sound money. Okay. And that's, like I said, there's going to be a lot of good information here. And it's a lot of stuff that people are not aware of. And that's why I'm sharing it with you tonight, is because when I had this shared with me back in December of last year, it was actually pretty mind blowing. It's stuff that I felt that I had to make sure everybody was at least aware of this option, and that this is something that they could do without having to have X amount of dollars, to do it. Okay. So what I'm going to share with you is how to save, who can you trust, and how do you know if you're getting a good deal? And also, how can you afford to to save, or in this case, purchase in gold and silver, even on a tight budget. You can do this like minimal. Like if you can actually save $3.86 a day, then you can actually start building generational wealth and actually have something that's going to grow and have value over the course of time. So, and that's what the information I share is going to show you that gold and silver can truly build generational wealth. And I'm also going to share a couple of key points of what your financial institutions and your financial advisors are not wanting you to know, that the information they're not sharing with you. Okay. And also, I do have a very, very special opportunity. If you are located in the United States, Canada, Australia, Ireland, UK, New Zealand, or Singapore, I will have an opportunity that I will share with you that where you can actually start today and in the process earn passively at the same time. So it's not something, this isn't a get rich quick scheme. It's just an opportunity that when I share it with you and you're going to see part of it in the video presentation too. And I'll expound more on it and how, together with what the opportunity I want to share with you, how you can actually take steps to start saving and at the same time earning in the process. And that's what everybody wants to do. The most important thing is you hear all the time online that people are always like, well, here, we're going to show you how to make, millions of dollars. And a lot of, 99.9% of them do not pan out because a lot of the stuff is time sensitive. It's something that what they're sharing with you worked in a short window. And yeah, there are certain programs out there that do help people create a living online, but the majority of them do not work. Okay. And in this case here, with what I'm sharing with you tonight, is because it's an information process, what I'm sharing, it's going to show you how by saving. So you're not only going to be saving, actually having something physical to save in, you're actually going to be able to earn at the same time, okay, which is a really nice benefit. So I will actually cover that right after the video presentation. Okay, so who is this for? It's for anyone that understands the importance of saving in the form of gold and silver, but they're not quite sure how to go about doing it. Everybody knows that, and you've probably heard from your parents growing up, it's like, you've heard the mention of silver and gold, but how do you go about doing it? Some people think it's buying jewelry, and yeah, that is one form of, like you have gold necklaces or silver or diamonds or whatever, but, that's one form of doing it. But what you want to do is, the important part is doing in something that has value, that's going to retain its value. Like usually with jewelry, you have like a 300% markup in the jewelry. So like if you went to liquidate, or if you took it to a gold and silver place or one of those exchange places or something, you're going to get maybe 5% of what you paid for it. And like even from like a personal experience, when I had one of my first engagement ring I ever bought somebody, well, that relationship didn't work out. But anyways, when I went to try to sell it, all the places where, even when gold was super, super high, going back, at one point back in about 10 years back, they were only willing to give me like $280 for it. And I spent over $3,000 for it. So that just shows you the bad aspect of dealing with jewelry. Okay. But this is, I'm not saying not to do that, but what I'm going to share with you tonight is going to show you different ways to do it. Okay. It's also for those who are looking for other options to save and control how much and how often they save. It's for those who have a job, but they don't have a 401k plan. Now, if you're working for a company that has a 401k plan, I highly encourage you to take part of it, because it's something that it can have your money grow for you, on a regular basis. So I highly encourage you to do that. But there's a lot of companies that don't offer a 401k. Okay. And this is what I'm sharing with you tonight will give you another option as to how you can take control and do things, take care of it yourself. Now, this is something, what I'm going to share with you is stuff that you can do yourself. You don't have to go through anybody to do it. And there's very simple step-by-step process that you can take, and you can actually handle everything yourself. You don't have to pay for the middleman. Okay. It's also for those who are looking to save money for college, for their son or daughter or grandkids. When I got started with this in December, my youngest son just graduated high school 2 weeks ago. I'm really proud of him. And it's like, that was one of the things that I wanted to do, was to start building something so I could actually help him with his college. Okay. And that's something that you can do with this program, and what I'm going to share with you. And that's also for those who are looking to build a nice little nest egg for themselves, and, maybe get to the point where they can retire early. Okay. And just have something on the side that's growing and working for them. And then also it's for those who are looking for an additional income. Because like I said, if you're part of one of those 7 countries, you are capable, and I will share with you how you can create an additional income just by saving in the form of precious metals. Okay. And so also for those who are wondering what their options are for, for as far as what they can do when this is just another option. So like I said, it's a lot of information here. It's going to be kind of like an education / eye-opening experience for you. And it's also for someone who wants to teach their children the importance of saving in the form of gold and silver, because everybody knows that they're supposed to, but nobody ever teaches you why. It's not something that's taught in general education growing up or something. So it's something that unless you specifically looked into it, you did the research for yourself, you're not aware of all the reasons why you should actually save in the form of precious metals. So, so what I want to do real quick before I share the video with you, just a little bit about myself. My name is Rick Fronick. I'm the CEO of Work Smarter for You. I'm a marketing and advertising consultant service here in North Aurora, Illinois. I'm about 40 miles west of Chicago. I was, I grew up in Batavia, Illinois, which is a small town. Well, not so small anymore, about 5 miles east of here. And, when growing up, it's like, back when I did, it's like, you saw, like back in the 80s, my dad saw the spike in gold back then, and he made like some investments back then, but then it kind of tapered off. And, I just remember that one of the memories as a kid and everything. But, I grew up in Batavia. I was serving in the United States Army for 2 years. And then after that, I went to work for a couple of companies, and I was a manager at 2 of them. And then I got into retail sales for a little while. So I've seen a lot of different aspects of business, and as far as marketing and everything goes. That's why I decided when I created my company back in 2016, I wanted to be able to help business owners and entrepreneurs. That's one of the things I focused on, was helping entrepreneurs start a business from scratch and what steps they could take to do that. But also I wanted to help local business owners and people that weren't up to date on how to market things online. And that was one of the things I was always trying to share ways with them, stuff that I had tried and actually used myself in marketing to actually help them, scale their business so they would have a larger presence online, and as well as, just different marketing techniques and strategies. And since then, I've actually incorporated a video creatives division of my company. So we're constantly growing as far as to be able to, share ideas with people to help make their lives easier. Okay. But when I had this introduced to me back in December, it was probably one of the most educational things I've ever had shared with me when it comes to saving. And by the time you're through with this video that I'm going to share with you here in 1 minute, the way you look at money will change. I guarantee you on that. And, you may know some of the stuff that's shared in this presentation, but I guarantee there's a couple of things that you're not aware of. So, but that was my goal when I actually had this shared with me. I'm like, everybody needs to know this. And that's why I'm here tonight. Okay, sharing this great opportunity with you. And so right after this video, I will also give you the details on how to qualify for the weekly drawing that I'm holding myself personally, and then also how to qualify for the monthly drawing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share a video with you here with the gentleman that actually handles the video. His name is Zach Davis. He is the co-founder of this company called 7K, and he has a nice presentation as to the value of the US dollar, what's happened over the course of time, and in comparison, what's happened with the precious metal industries as far as silver and gold. So he does a really nice presentation here, and I'm going to go ahead and watch this with you. And if you see me disappear for a moment, that's because I usually go check to make sure everything's going okay on YouTube. So here's without further ado, this gentleman's name again is Zach Davis. And I hope you enjoy this and pay close attention to what he shares with you here. And that's going to be part of what I want to share with you next.
Welcome to 7K. Are you working harder for more money to cover the basics, but it just doesn't seem to go as far? Well, it's not just you. Higher costs and added financial pressures on families today are causing fear, uncertainty, and doubt on a large scale. In fact, as of May 2017, did you know that 44% of Americans said they could not cover a $400 emergency expense? They'd have to rely on a credit card, selling something, or borrowing money if such a thing arose. So what's happening with your money? Well, it's in the numbers. Look at this chart. In 1913, the Federal Reserve was created, and you'll see at that point, $1 was worth $1 in spending power. But in 2013, the dollar was only worth about 5 cents. That's about a 96% reduction in value of the spending power of the dollar since 1913. Here's how it shakes out in real life. This is the everyday price index. This measures inflation for everyday spending in 3 different categories. So this is way different expenses in each group, like more healthcare costs or education costs. Urban renters, 58.1%. Retired couples, 61.6%. Look at this for young families trying to start family and own a home, 78.3% more inflation. Now look at these numbers. Now, these are things that you have to have on a daily basis. Eating food at home costs 43% more between 2000 and 2018. 59% increase to eat out. Heat sources, 99%. Car insurance, 97%. Water and sewer, 133. Do you know anybody who'd like to go to college today? Maybe a child or grandchildren? 151% increase in college tuition. Medical care expenses, up 97% in the same time frame. Now, do you mind if I show you the case for sound money? Don't worry, it's just a fancy name for gold and silver. Gold and silver is one of the secrets the wealthy have always used for ages to amass and protect their wealth. In fact, governments and financial institutions know and use the secret. They are the largest holders of gold in the world today. There's a reason why. Look at this. What could you buy today with the same silver from 1965? Check this out. If you went to the grocery store and you wanted to buy a gallon of milk and took in 1 ounce of silver or $1 bill, you could purchase that gallon of milk in 1965. But in 2019, 1 ounce of silver would get you 5 gallons of milk. How many gallons of milk would $1 bill? Nothing. That's a 410% increase in buying power for silver. Look at the movie ticket. 1965, $1 or 1 silver ounce will buy you a movie ticket. In 2019, 1 ounce of silver would buy you almost 2 movie tickets. That's an 80% increase in the buying power of silver. That means that is a 95% reduction in the spending power of the dollar bill. Check this example out. 2,500 ounces of silver or $2,500 would buy you 1 Ford Mustang in 1965. But if you took $2,500 into the Ford dealership today, I promise you, you're not walking out with a Ford Mustang. Now, you might be able to get a down payment. But look what happens today in 2020 with the same 2,500 ounces of silver. You could actually purchase 2 Ford Mustangs. Now, here's a great example of the purchasing power of gold and the dollar. The question is, where would you put this $10,000 in 1965? Would you put it in a house or would you put it in gold? Here's how the numbers shake out for 2020. $10,000 put into a home would have turned into roughly $85,000. That's a pretty good return. But the same $10,000 put into gold is $528,251. That is a huge difference. So the question is, after seeing those statistics, is your financial future seem a little bit more challenging? But why aren't your financial professionals telling you about this? The truth is, they don't want you to know. They want you to think it's not important to know the secrets of success. But we believe in you and want to guide you in your journey to creating and protecting true wealth for your family and your legacy, because you deserve it. So we're going to show you how to use the secrets the wealthy have always used to confidently get ahead of the game now and forever. We are 7K. The 7K founders are on a mission to change the world. 100 plus years of successful business experience sits between them. In fact, they have changed multiple industries for the better. They have a passion for helping the average person get ahead. And one of these individuals actually created a company that is worth $2 billion today. They have shared abilities but unique strengths that can help you to achieve the success you need. Here's a message from the founders. We created 7K because we genuinely want to improve the lives of people around the world. We have watched way too many of our friends struggle as the economy fluctuates, employment issues arise, or unexpected changes come up. Using the power of gold and silver, We believe we can provide a way for people to create financial independence, preserve their wealth, and live an exceptional life. We started this company because we believe in you. So here's some of the questions that we had when we found out about the power of sound money. We asked, do any of these resonate with you? Where should I buy it? Who should I trust? What should I buy? How do I buy in small quantities? And how do I get more of it? So we created a membership that solves many of the problems the average person like you and I face when we buy precious metals. One of the very first member benefits of being a member of 7K is dealer direct pricing on gold and silver bullion. Here's how the process works. The U.S. Mint create coins. They sell those coins to a dealer, and then we sell those coins directly to you. No minimums, no maximums, period. This was just the beginning, and we didn't stop there. But first, the question about what should you buy? To answer that question, we created what we call our buyer certification program. Why? Because we already made all the mistakes so that you don't have to. This expert training helps you identify what type of buyer you are and understand the following. How the wealthy have always used sound money for their gain. The key factors to protect your personal finances in any economy. What's the value of MS-70 income collecting and why it's potentially more valuable than bullion? Why governments and large institutions are the biggest buyers of gold and silver. Now here's the 5 reasons for sound money. Hedge against poor government decision and potential economic collapse. Wealth accumulation, wealth protection, portfolio diversification, last certainly not least, and probably one of my favorite, is coin collecting. In fact, what if I told you that we all made a $1.2 million mistake because we didn't understand the power of coin collecting? Did you know that if you had purchased one MS-70 Silver Eagle every month since 1986, it would have cost you roughly $40,000 to $50,000? Now that seems like quite a bit of money, but over time, it's really not compared to today's value of that coin collection. It would be worth $1.2 million. The problem is most of us lack a little bit of discipline. So we don't go down and purchase those coins every single month like we should. So we needed an easy way that doesn't require discipline to collect coins every month. And that's why we created our Auto Saver program. So we gathered a team of world-class experts to hand select collectible coins to take your collecting and legacy to the next level. Our world-class coins and collections are sent to your door every single month, giving you peace of mind that your saving is on autopilot. Here are the 3 different options that you have for the Auto Saver program. First is the basic. We send a 7K exclusive collection, MS-70 Silver Eagle or standard 7K label MS-70 Silver Eagle to your door every single month. Now, we run different labeled series like the US 50 State series for this tried and true collecting. This option features the steady as she goes and most popular collectible coin that has proven to be a great long-term value. Now, our variety coin. This will be quite a showcase when you're finished. These MS-70 coins tell an incredible story from start to finish, and they're delivered to your doorstep every single month. The specialty option are gold and rare silver collectible coins that are a specialty. Often these coins have a limited run of less than 500 coins in the world. With this option, you'll get a mix of both sent to your door every single month. Now, of course, these will be handpicked by our experts. Don't feel secure about storing your collection at home? No problem. We will store your collectibles for free when you actively buy a qualifying collectible coin every single month. Every month you buy is another month we store your coins for free in our private vault. These private vaults are 100% insured by Lloyd's of London. They're military grade security, have inventory management, movement tracking, electronic visibility, and like I said before, one of the coolest member benefits is free monthly storage when you're on a qualifying coin. Perhaps one of the most exciting things that we've done here at 7K as a member benefit is created what we call the Sound Money Wallet. This is a new age of precious metals that has arrived. It's 100% backed by physical inventory. You can buy it, store it, trade it, cash it out, and more. The power is back in your hands with zero hassle and zero headaches. Here's how it works. You can take cash and instantly convert your cash into gold with no fee. Take the same gold and instantly convert it back to cash at one of the best buyback rates on the market. How about silver? You can do the exact same thing. Member-to-member transfers. Instantly send gold, silver, or cash to other members for free. You can also take gold or silver straight to you. You can request your metals to be shipped to your door for the cost of shipping and insurance. It's that easy. It's about time gold and silver gave you the freedom that you deserve. And let me ask you something. How many of you like good deals and love to travel? Well, as a member here, one of the other benefits is our 7K Advantage Rewards program. This program is helping you with a lifestyle that only you could design. There's 800 different ways to save. Exclusive offers on travel, local restaurants, wherever you are, everyday services that you're already using, and deals on the largest name brand. Save where you have to spend so you can spend more where you want. 7K getaways. Gold and silver are essential, and we believe it's the key to living a lifestyle and creating memories that will never fade. With our company-sponsored trips, you will make memories that span the globe. Hear what one of our customers has to say. In our 17-year marriage, my wife and I have never been on a plane together, let alone to a foreign country. Because of 7K getaways, we have now been on multiple trips together to places we never thought we would go. Now, remember, as of May 2017, 44% of Americans said they could not cover a $400 emergency expense. So owning gold and silver is great. Traveling the world is great. But if you don't have the money to do those things, it can be very, very difficult. So here at 7K, we created a way where you can share, earn points, and get paid. Every time you share it with somebody else, you generate points. So when you purchase your membership, it creates a spot in the tracking center. You have the opportunity to build two teams, your left team and your right team. Every time you get 500 points on your left and 500 points on your right, it generates a $500 commission check. Let me just show you the multiple ways to earn. Membership and renewals, monthly auto saver program, rare coin sales, and retail sales. Every time a new member joins your team or a monthly auto saver coin is ordered, whether you shared it with them or another active associate on your team, you will collect points towards the cycle check. Let me show you how to rank up to unlock max pay. As an associate, you can earn up to $500 per week. A copper, $1,000 per week. A bronze, $2,000. Silver, $3,500 per week. As a gold, $7,000 per week. An executive gold, $10,000 a week. And as a presidential gold, $12,500 a week. There are a ton of benefits here at 7K. Here are just some. Residual income for a lifetime, like I just showed you. The auto saver program, where you set it and forget it. The Advantage Rewards program, where you can travel the world and have exclusive deals on some of the best name brands and some of your local favorites. 7K limited and rare coins. The Sound Money Wallet. 1099 tax write-offs because you'll be owning and running your own business. Gold-backed IRAs. 7K healthcare program. The ability to buy precious metals at dealer direct pricing, and much, much more. So the question is, are you ready to change your life? Here are the two ways that you can get involved with us: the standard membership or the premium membership. Our standard membership is a 1-year membership. It includes the buyer certification training, collector's training, member direct pricing on unlimited volume, no minimums and no maximums. The Advantage Rewards program, 3 technology credits, access to exclusive low mintage collectibles, 1 graded silver coin, and access to our exclusive Sound Money Wallet. As a premium member, you get a 1-year membership, the buyer certification, collector's training, member direct pricing on unlimited volume, the Advantage program. But instead of 3, you get 12 technology credits. You get access to exclusive low mintage collectibles. You get 1 MS-70 silver coin, 1 silver bullion coin, 10 business cards, 4 wealth strategy books, and access to the Sound Money Wallet so you can begin sharing this unbelievable opportunity with others. So ask yourself, how would it feel to know that you had control over your financial future? How would your life be different if you had more time and more money to do what you love? The question is, will you join us in our mission to change the world? Pick a membership package and get started today. Thank you for spending some time with us. My name is Zach Davis.
Okay, Zach did a really excellent job there of explaining things and kind of putting things into perspective. And the one thing that I was watching this presentation again, a lot of times, if you're not sure how to go about doing something, what do? You don't do anything. Okay, and so this is why I personally, why I feel it's important to share this with everybody is because it gives you an idea of what you can do to start building generational wealth. And that's something that it should be taught. Like I said, a lot of things on the internet now are just, you can do this, this, and this to make money. But at the same time, what do you do with that money once you have it? How do you, what's an option for you to have? And not, like in this case here, this is not just a, do everything in gold and silver. It's saying this is an option that you should have, and it's something that you should have some diversification as far as how you save for your future. And this is a great option to have. Okay. And especially like when he did shared the example of the 1965 Ford Mustang, how if you had $2,500 worth of in 1965, you could walk into a Ford dealer with $2,500 or 2,500 gold or silver coins and walk out with a brand new Ford Mustang. But in today, if you walked into a Ford dealer with $2,500, you're going to have a down payment in 4 to 5 years of paying off the car. Whereas if you walked in with 2,500 silver coins, you'd walk out with 2 brand new Ford Mustangs. Okay, that's like a huge example right there. And then also same with the gold. Invest in 10,000 in 1965 into a house, your return would be around $85,000, which is a good return. But if you put that 10,000 into gold, it would be worth over $500,000 today. Okay, so there's some really good examples there of the value, the decline in the value of the U.S. dollar, its purchasing power versus the rise in the purchasing power of silver and gold, because everyone knows that the silver and gold have always stood the test of time. I mean, case in point, think about it too. It's just one in the biblical terms. I'm not sure if you're religious or not, but what did one of the wise men bring the infant Jesus? He brought him gold. He didn't bring real estate, or which is another good investment, but real estate or Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. Okay, so gold has always stood the test of time, and silver and gold have always been the one thing that has maintained its purchasing power. Okay, and that's what the key here is, that what you're capable of purchasing with it. Okay, and also just to clarify that somebody might say, well, why was we referring to coin collecting? Well, this is an MS-70, which is a perfectly graded 2020 Silver Eagle. Okay, so it's a pure silver. Okay, and it's graded by NGC. It's the Numismatic Grading Corporation. And when you have a coin grade and it comes, it's MS-70, that is a perfect grade. You can't get a higher grade. So what that means is, and comes in a hard sealed plastic case. So in order to get it out of there, you have to bust it open. But you really wouldn't want to do that because it's going to diminish the value of it being perfect. But the value of having a graded coin, that means it's going to always maintain its initial value, and then some. It's going to go up, because if you walked into a coin shop or a silver and gold place and you had just raw silver coins or raw gold coins, they're going to have, you're not going to get exactly what it's worth. Okay, it does have value, but there's always their costs that they have to figure into it if they cannot turn it over or do something with it. So it's always going to diminish the value you have. But if you walked in with an MS-70 perfectly graded coin, they're going to have to give you top dollar for it because they know its true value. Okay, so and this is with this one in particular. This is it's part of their U.S. state series. It's their Utah coin, but this one here, it's like I said, it's pure silver, but at the same time, it's uncirculated, untouched. It's like in pristine condition. So that's part of the value is when it's a collectible, there's a tax advantage to it as well. And that's something that 99% of the people do not understand or do not know because they were never given the information. But when the government created their laws as far as what is reportable, as far as like income gains, they did not mention specifically collectibles. They were very specific as to what types of silver and gold and bullions or whatever that were taxable that you would have to report on the 1099-B. But like with collectibles was not one of them. So like in this case here, that if you were one of the people that did those, one graded Silver Eagle ever since it came out in 1986, and you spent that $40,000 to $50,000, and you went to sell today and you got over $1.2 million, you basically made a, $1,150,000 gain that you would not have to report. Okay, so that's something just to keep in mind. Okay, and if you were wondering why he mentioned the collectibles, plus on top of it, and I'm not sure if you saw in the upper right corner when he was showing you that graphic on the $1.2 million mistake, but one of the coins, I believe it was from 1996, was worth $6,000 itself, and then one of the ones from 1999 was worth $19,000. So you have a $1 face value coin that's worth $19,000, and that there's nothing in the world that has that type of return. Okay, so that was just. But here the thing is, we can't turn back the clock. So this is something basically what they're sharing with the autosaver. Okay, like Zach mentioned, is the does everybody have the discipline to do it? You can tell yourself, yeah, I need to buy one of these, or save one every single month. But people don't do that because there's something that comes up, or they have their money in their savings or their checking account, and then something else comes up that they decided to spend the money on. With the autosaver, I like to attribute it as kind of like a 401k plan, where like with a 401k, you pick a percentage that comes out of your paycheck, and it's taken out even before you get your pay. So you don't even think about it. You set whatever percentage, and then that money grows for you by however you have it diversified. But you don't even think about it because you don't see the money. Well, here with the autosaver, just to attribute it the same way. If you have, like in this case here, to get like the basic autosaver program, it's $105. But with the shipping and the tax, it comes out to our shipping and the insurance, it comes out to $116, which actually translates, on a 30-day month, that translates into like $3.87 a day. Okay, so if you can actually save that much, you're going to incrementally start building your wealth. Okay, and it's something that you physically get something. You have a physical, tangible thing. In this case here, the silver coin, that that's going to be growing in value, and it's also at the same time you're saving a little bit at a time. Okay. So that's where, when I said that the step-by-step process, there's a way that you can do this, and actually, incremental. That's how you build a generational wealth. Generational wealth, I said, isn't just like plopped into your lap. It's something that you do over the course of time. And like with what he showed here in the examples, it's just when you understand that, that's what I feel is so important for everybody to understand, is how the purchasing power of silver and gold has maintained its value and then some, versus everything else with fiat money, or the US dollar, especially, declining in value. And everybody knows that globally, everything is based off of, everything is usually compared to the US dollar. Before I take another step here, as far as to qualify for I have a $50 weekly cash prize that I want to give out to anybody who attends this. And to qualify this, what I need you to do, I put my email address, rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org, in the chat at the beginning. And if you can actually just email me and say, give me your biggest takeaway from the presentation thus far, the information that Zach shared and what I've shared with you so far. If you can just tell me what your biggest takeaway was, a positive thing or negative, but let me know what what your biggest takeaway is, then you qualify for that. And like tonight, I will, because I'm going to have a replay up here, and at 2 p.m. Central Time, we'll just actually, 1 p.m. Central Time. Then I will, everybody that's entered there, I will have a drawing between the people out of everybody that's entered, and then I will contact you and let you know. But then also I want you to send me your email, because even if you're watching this on a replay, send me your email and say, this is what I got from the presentation, Rick. Go ahead and put me in the drawing. And what I'll do is I will, if you do this on a replay, I'll put you into next week's for the cash drawing, and then also for the end of the month drawing at the end of June, I'm going to have one of the rare collectibles that I will be giving away to one person that actually attended one of the events. So you have 2 chances to win something here. So that's what I want to do, and that's from me. That has nothing to do with 7K. That's just for me to appreciate you for taking the time to learn about what I'm sharing here with you tonight. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to share you a little bit more. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Sorry about that. A little bit more about 7K. Okay, in case you're wondering if you never heard of them, they are a physical company. They actually have their business. They are located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. If you were in that city, you could actually walk in their front door. They have normal operating business hours. Out of 40 customer reviews, they have a 4.5 out of 5-star rating. They have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, and they have 0 customer complaints, which is actually great to know. They do have a phone number you can contact them at, and then also after hours, they do have chat support. They have live people there that can help you out. And in the event that there's something that they cannot answer for you specifically, since I've been a member of 7K, every time I've had a question on something, they're just like right there with the answers. And there's been like 2 instances where they didn't know didn't have the information that I needed. So the next morning, somebody actually, in one case, they even called me, but in the other case, I got an answer right away in the morning. And something to let you know. Okay, so about the co-founders are Zach Davis, Richard Ball, and Josh Anderson. And Zach is the one who did the video presentation for us. And then if the name Richard Ball looks familiar to you, that's because in the part of the presentation, he mentioned one of the founders being the creator of a $2 billion company. Okay, that was actually Richard Ball. He's the founder of Melaleuca, and everyone knows that Melaleuca has been a solid company for over 2 decades now. And so that just kind of shows you the type of people that got together and they decide, hey, what can we do to help everybody, give the ability for every single person, regardless of their income, an option to save in the form of silver and gold. And then how can we do that? But on top of it, for them sharing this opportunity with other people, how can we reward them for it? And it's simple. That's how they came out with 7K. That's the reason why they did it. So they wanted to make the everyday person have the ability to save in the form of silver and gold. And then on top of it, for referring it or sharing it with people, just to pay them back for it. Because like if you go into a restaurant and you have a nice dinner or whatever, and you go out and then you tell a bunch of friends and family members, hey, they have great food. And then they turn around and go to that restaurant. Does that restaurant give you anything for it? No, you gave them more business, but they didn't do anything for you. Or else like I want to see a movie or something, if you recommend a movie, and people go watch the movie, the movie company or else the theater that you stay at, they're the ones who make the money. Not, they don't reward you for referring somebody. So that's just their way of doing it. And they have so much, just real quick to clarify the membership packages. I'll get to that in one moment here as far as the cost. But with the membership package, you're actually physically getting something. It's not just you pay a fee just to be paying it. You actually get they actually say, at the time this was introduced to me back in December, it was like exactly 2 weeks before Christmas. I was already kind of tight because of Christmas presents and everything at that time of year. So I just went with the standard membership, which was $199, and then the basic autosaver. Okay, so but at the time with the standard membership, they do send you a physical silver graded coin. The one I got was actually an MS69, which is just a hair shy of being perfect, but it still has a really high dollar value. It's valued at a lot. But then also they send you a copy of it's actually this Miles Standish American Silver Eagle book. Now I have another picture coming up in the slide here to show you what that looks like, but it's an autographed copy by Miles Standish, and it goes over the history of the Silver Eagle, and also it shows in different breakdowns of the number of perfectly graded coins and everything. So it just, you do get something for it, but then you get the membership benefits also. As far as the 7K advantages, they actually offer a health insurance for the members, and also you can participate in the gold-backed IRA, and there's a ton of things. And think about it too, just to clarify the graded coin aspect of things. If you were to take a coin that you got, say you ordered one through the mail or something, or you ordered some in bulk, and you went to get it graded, in order to get a coin graded, it's going to, with NGC, their membership fee is $25 for the membership fee. And then to have each coin graded, even regardless of what the grade is, it's going to cost you $35. So right away, that's like $60 right there to have the coin graded, and you may not get it back being, MS70 perfect. So that's something to keep in mind also. Like, wow, part of their autosavers in that is they're sending you a perfectly graded coin. So they're cutting out the middleman. They're handling all the doing the purchasing it goes from the mint to the dealer, and that they're getting the purchasing straight from the dealer. So they're actually passing that they're sharing that same cost that they get from the dealer. They're not marking it up. They're just sharing that same cost. So whether you buy one coin or one bullion or a bar or something, because they do have several products and stuff that you can choose from, But if you buy one or you buy 1,000 of them, it's still going to be the same piece price. You don't have to buy in volume in order to get a certain price. They share the same price across the board. And there are not a lot of companies that do that. And their sound money wallet, that is something that they created. And it's something where you can actually, like he was saying, you can exchange, convert cash to gold or silver and vice versa and send it back and forth and actually do transfer it to members if you wanted. So like if you were a grandparent or something and your son or your daughter were, in part of 7K or whatever, if you wanted to, transfer money to them through 7K, you could do that if they need, so there's just different options. There's so many options they came out with. But like with the autosaver program too, it's like, that's something that, you set it and you pretty much forget it until every month. What happens is they send you on the day that you pick, there's 5 days to choose from, the 1st, 8th, 15th, 21st, and 26th. And you just pick a day. And then when that day comes, they'll send you an email with the copy of the receipt saying, okay, we charged your credit card or your bank debit card or whatever, this amount, depending on which package you get. And then they send you another email saying, okay, here's your tracking number and for your autosaver. And then here for me in Illinois, since on every single thing that I've ever got, whether it's an autosaver or a specialty thing that I purchased, I've always received it in 2 days. Then when FedEx delivers it, you get a confirmation, an email saying, hey, FedEx just delivered your package. Okay, so they're very thorough on what they do. Okay, so that's just to give you a little bit more about 7K, why everything is the way it is. And it's like I said, this is just, whether you do this with the opportunity I'm going to share here with you in a minute, whether you do it or not, at least, you have an idea of what you can do in order to build generational wealth and have a more secure financial future if you do choose to keep a certain portion of what you save in the form of silver and gold, which I highly encourage everybody to do that. But like Zach did mention, they have the buyer certification program. That is a very, very thorough, in-depth training that they have, and it's like all their training, I think, is a total of maybe like 4 or 5 hours, but they have it set up real nice so you can actually watch part of it. And then if you have to stop or whatever, wherever you stop that video or that part of the presentation, when you go to the login back time next time, it'll pick up right where you left off. So it's not something you have to keep replaying or watching something over and over and over again in order to get to where you left off. But they actually go into real in-depth to what types of silver and gold you might want to save in, just, depending on what type of buyer you are. And that's kind of why I'll have it in the comments section here on YouTube, and also in I'll put a link on the comments section below here on YouTube too. But I did an ebook, and it's, how the everyday person's guide to gold, gold and silver. And that basically I took some of the information that they share in their training, but then also I did some research on my own, and I put together this nice ebook to share the opportunity with people on what they need to know. Okay. And that's totally free. There's nothing attached to it or whatever. You don't have to pay anything to get the ebook. You can download it for free. So that's just something else, but I kind of want to mention it to you. So what I want to share with you, I'm not going to start. This is a 3-minute video. I'll have Zach explain this again as far as how their compensation plan goes. But my offer to you tonight is, what I want to do is I want to create a team where it's not my team or your team, it's our team. So everybody that actually creates a membership through this presentation, I want us to work together as a team, because in order to actually qualify and rank up to the higher commission rates, anything, 1,000 to 2,000 on up, as far as that, you do need to work together as a team. And it's actually vitally important. That's kind of why they did their system the way they did it, because they wanted to, have people work together to have people pay it forward. And that's a lot of what they do. Is it's a pay it forward company. That's everything that I've seen in the last decade online or any other offer. Their compensation plan by far is the best I've ever seen, because you get it weekly. It's not, you have to wait 30 days. Once you hit the points per week, and like I said, with the different choices that you have for your autosaver, that's how you can continually get paid weekly through just referring people and sharing this opportunity with other people. But my offer is to you is to work together as a team. And my immediate goal is to have every single person that's partakes in this to have you rank at least as an associate so that you're getting that $500 a week commission check. And then also my next goal after that is to get everybody up to the copper level, which is $1,000 per week. So at $500 a week, you're looking at an extra $26,000 a year. The 1,000 is actually $52,000 a year. So that would make everybody's life so much easier. So that's why I'm really excited to share this, because not just the information, but the opportunity too. Okay. But more so even like if you jumped off right now or whatever, that's fine. You know, you've got my information if you want to reach out to me, but you have the information of another option for you to save for your future. Okay. So I will share the information with how we can get started here after this video, but this is a 3-minute video, and he shares how the points and everything works as far as their compensation plan.
So you want to learn more about how you get paid for sharing. Smart. There's nothing worse than the emotional pressure of not having enough money to pay the bills or be able to live the life of contribution. So right now, I'm going to show you how your life is about to change financially forever. It's super simple, and it goes like this. Our standard annual membership is $199. Our standard plus is $359, and our premium annual membership is $499. Now, you can't go wrong with any of them, and they all put silver in your hands immediately. When you refer your first 2 memberships, you will immediately have 2 teams and will now be qualified to earn commissions. For simplicity, let's call them the right team and the left team. Every time a standard membership is purchased in your organization, you earn 50 rewards points. A standard plus earns you 100, and a premium membership earns you 150 rewards points. When you accumulate 500 rewards points on both your right and left teams, you earn a $500 commission check and become an associate. Now, for those who really want to make an impact and some serious income, we have different levels of achievement. And the higher your level of achievement, the higher your check. When you achieve the rank of associate, you can earn a $500 check per week. As a copper, $1,000 per week. A bronze, $2,000 per week. Silvers can earn up to $3,500 per week. Golds are eligible to earn up to $7,000 per week. Executive golds, $10,000 per week. And our presidential golds can earn up to $12,500 per week. Share, earn points, and get paid. It's as simple as that. Now, let me ask you something. How much different would your life be if you had an extra $500 to $12,500 per week? What would you do? Would the financial pressure be gone? How big of an impact could you really make? You can almost feel the weight lift, can't you? Now, remember, you earn 50, 100, or 150 rewards points for each membership in your organization. But you don't just earn points on memberships. For each coin of the month anyone in your organization purchases, you earn an additional 15, 20, or 30 rewards points. So whether it's a membership sold or a coin sold, you earn points. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if for any reason you ever want to sell your gold and silver bullion, we offer the highest buyback price. That's all there is to it. So here's what I want you to do now. If you like our story, become a member, share it, and get paid. If you like the idea of buying gold and silver and you want to get it at the best price, become a member and join the Coin of the Month program today. Either way, you win. Click the button below now and take the next step to changing your financial future forever. Welcome to 7K Metals, where we believe in you. So you want to learn more about how you get paid for share.
Yeah, so Zach did a really nice job there of explaining that. Okay, and so I'll get to the screen here in a second. I want to show you this real quick. Okay, so one thing to think about that I had mentioned how, you know, what your financial institutions and your financial advisors is not sharing with you. Okay, after you've seen what Zach shared in the information about being able to build your wealth yourself by just doing it incrementally, like, you know, a certain amount each month. Okay, that's how you actually build it. Okay, it's called building. Okay, do you think your bank wants you to know that you have this option, or your financial advisor, you know, who you usually go to for things? Because no, they don't. For one, the bank's not going to be able to use your money. Okay, and have it where as part of what the banks are doing, they're actually investing in silver and gold. Okay, or else but on top of it, they're using their money for loans and whatever else their banking activities. Okay, but then also, like with your financial advisor, if he when did they ever talk to you about actually having physical silver and gold? They don't. They want you to go through them so that you have the ETFs and different ways to do gold and silver, through stocks and everything. But if you're not using him, then he's not making any money off of you. So if you cut out, like with 7K, what they offer, they have their membership packet, but then you get so much more just with it. Whereas like if you have your stockbroker or something handle stuff for you, is he gonna, depending on what your investment does, that's what your gains are. But you have no other than that, you have no other way to get something, in like in this case, passive income from it. But also, like I said, if you're not dealing with him, then or him or her, then they're not making any money off you, where you can actually use that money that you would be paying them to do it to put more into yourself or silver and gold, or use it for something else to diversify. Okay. But this is one thing to think about. Okay. So, there's a really huge opportunity here. And one thing that's not mentioned in there is there's something that's called loyalty points. So like when you create your autosaver, anytime you have a shipment that comes to you, the points actually go to your left or right, your two teams, and you control which side they go to, because you want to make sure that you try to keep everything even left and right. And then so the points accrue evenly. So when you have 500 on your left, 500 on your right, and so on and so forth, you're issued that check weekly. But one thing that they don't mention is the loyalty points. And what happens is with loyalty points is when you have your auto saver, the points go to each side, but there's also another category in your back office that's called loyalty points, where those points also go into your personal loyalty point total. And what that gives you another option to get, they have certain items in that category that are like silver coins or rare collectibles that they offer as an additional bonus to people, so they can use those points to get silver and gold for free. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here that's, I could go on for like 2 or 3 hours in this, but I want to trying to keep it close to an hour, almost at that point right now, and I'm not done yet. But there's so much involved in this, and it's really something that you should at least consider. And if you don't, that's fine. At least you walk away with the information of, understanding the power of precious metals, and also, what you can do yourself and steps you can take on your own. Okay, so if you're interested in the memberships, are the standard is $199, the plus is $359, and the premium is $499. So like if you weren't sure, if you just wanted to start out, and just keep in mind too, in order to rank up and share the opportunity with people and earn points and qualify for the weekly payments, you don't have to necessarily go with the premium membership. You're going to get the points at the beginning quicker, but you don't necessarily have to do that in order to qualify to get the $12,500 per week eventual when you rank up to that point. You can actually do this on, that's why I had this screen here. You can actually do that just by going with the basic membership. So that would be $199. And what I did is I just wanted to kind of, this is an ROI calculator. Like if you went with the basic autosaver, which is 105 plus the insurance and the shipping, it comes out to 116. So over the course of 12 months, you'd spend 116 a month, and it would cost you a total of $13.92. And actually, I say cost, but it's actually you're saving $13.92 because it's holding that value. It's not like you're paying for something and you have nothing. You actually have something you can turn around and liquidate. Okay, you can sell it back to 7K. You can also coin dealers, gold and silver places. But also one thing that they came out with too is this is actually it's called stack and sell. And this is something that they just created this program. What it is as you get your silver coin or whatever you decide to go with, there's going to be a barcode and description and everything with it. Like with this, they have the stack and sell program actually has it's a camera thing where you can scan the barcode, and it'll keep track of your coins or your collectibles or whatever you have. And if it's something that comes without a barcode, you can put the description in and the weight and everything, and it'll keep a running total of what you have saved in the foremost, so at any time you can check and see what its value is. And actually on top of that, there's with the stack and sell thing, everybody who's a member of 7K, and there's tens of thousands of people who are members already, a lot of them are looking for specific coins or collectibles or different things that they want to complete their collection. So you can actually take it and actually offer to sell to other people, and they would basically, you could say what you're asking for it, and then people, almost kind of like an eBay thing, but not really, where but they could say, okay, say if you wanted to sell this coin for $200 and somebody wanted that coin, and there's a bunch of people that want it, somebody might say, well, I'll give you 220 for it or 200, and another person could say 250, and then you could actually sell it to them, and you could actually do the transfer and everything. So it's another way for you to, if you got to the point where you wanted to liquidate something, that's what you would do. And then also if you, to sell it back to 7K, you would just contact them. If you had the stuff physically here and it wasn't in your Sound Money wallet or in the vault, you could actually contact them. They'd send you a form, you fill it out, you FedEx the stuff back to them. As soon as they get it, they'll inspect it. And then based on the silver or gold or whatever it is, that the exchange rate that day, they would say, send you an email and say, okay, this is what, this is what we can give you. And then they put the money, transfer the money to your checking account. So it's something it can be done. It's not where you're just like, well, what am I going to do if I ever need to get rid of them? No, there's a lot of options there. So, and it's like, that's the whole point really of the building wealth, is you want to try and hang on to it as long as you can, because as you saw in the $1.2 million mistake, that does make a difference. Same with the examples with the silver and gold from 1965. But so if you went with the 1392 that you're saving in yourself, and then you physically have it, so it's costing you, but it's not, because you still have it. Okay, you would qualify as an associate. And when you qualify as an associate, where you have a left and a right, and that you would be at an additional $26,000 a year. So with that 1392 for the course of the year, and the potential to get $26,000 over the course of the year, you're at a 1,767% return on investment. That's a positive gain of $24,608. Okay. And that's part of what I want to share with you today, is working as a team. Is I want to help, like I said, I want to help everybody at least qualify for the associate. And by doing that, you need to work as a team. So as you're referring people to 7K and sharing the opportunity with people, I will work with you to make sure that you optimize and get them, you're placing people correctly. So like when he showed in that thing with the left and the right, and I'll get to that in a minute here on my own screen, you want to make sure that you're keeping everything left and right, and getting the members below you that you are share the opportunity, and they start joining. You want to make sure that they're positioning their people correctly as well. And so in order to do that, like with what I want to share with you tonight, is when you contact me and with your name, and I want to have you contact me with your name, your preferred email address, and your phone number. And then once I get your email, I will send you a link, and it's not even going to be my own link. Okay. See, this is, like I said, it's paying it for. It's for somebody that's below me, where I need to help them qualify in order for me to take the next step up. That's how you pay it forward. It's like you're helping other people on your team so that they are ranking as well. Okay. So it's not just a refer, because if you could refer 50 people, but if the people that you're sharing the opportunity with are not taking steps to qualify, then you're not going to rank up. Okay. So that's how, and I'll show you that in the next, in 2 screens here. Okay. So that's the thing, is I want to make sure that we're working together and I'm helping you out as much as you can. Like if you're watching this and your husband or your wife would be interested in doing this, there's what we could do is with 7K, they do have a policy where there's only 1 member per household can build a team, because even though we have our own team together, working together per household, like if you decided you wanted to create your membership today and your husband or your wife wanted to join also, they would have to join through your link. So you would already have, like, theoretically a left leg or right, depending on how you place it, and you do control that. Then when you share, after I share the link with you and you create your membership, I'd want you to send me your username, because when you create your username, that's going to be part of your link. Okay. Like mine is 7kmetals.com/Rick F. So Rick F is my username. And so when you create your membership, your username is going to be part of your actual link that you refer other people to. But at the same time, you get your own personal 7K branded website. So everything that's on 7K's website, you have your own version of that. Okay. So after you create your membership, I want you to send me your referral link. And then what I will in turn do is share that with the next person. So you see how that works? That's how it's supposed to be done. You will need some direct referrals, but we'll, like, working together, we can figure, we'll get it worked out so everybody is, qualifying and ranking is at the best possible way. Okay. So there is a way to work with this. Okay. And actually when I send you that link, the referral link, I'll actually include my phone number on there. That way you have a way of reaching out to me. I would prefer emails and text first because this is my personal phone. But it gives us another option where if something happens where you have questions and you can't, say if you're not able to go through the training, which I highly encourage everybody to do because there's like a ton of value in it. It's definitely worth your time. So you have a lot of your questions answered there, but then also with if you have say if you're someday you're at a point where you're just about ready to qualify as an associate or a copper or something, and you just need one more person or whatever, then we can talk with everybody in our group that we can figure out if there's somebody that has somebody that's getting ready to join, they can maybe let you use that lead at that time, and then you just go ahead and the next person that you share your link with them, and they kind of pay back, that type of thing. So there's ways to do this. And I'm going to create a separate Facebook group just for the people that's on our team. And like I said, it's our team. It's not mine or yours. It's everybody's. But it'll be exclusive to the people that's on our team. That way we don't have people from other groups and stuff trying to, jump in and hack the group or whatever. But this way we can have another option to communicate with each other. Okay. So I'm trying to do this so that this is a great opportunity. And it's something that, like I said, it's something that you should consider. And if you don't, at least, like I said, you have the basic knowledge of options that you do have. Okay. So recap the autosaver. There's the basic, which is 105. And that's currently it's the Silver Eagle State Series collection. And that's one thing, think about this too. So he mentioned the $1.2 million mistake. Okay. That was just with the Silver Eagle itself. But like right now with their Silver State Series, if you put together all 50 United States and they're labeled the state. The coin itself is not labeled the state, but it's the 7K label. But if you had a 50 state US coin collection, all graded MS70, collectors would be chomping at the bit to buy that entire thing from you. Just that's something to keep in mind. That's my initial goal, is to hit that first, is to get all 50 states and then have that as a collection. And it's going to actually definitely increase in value. But anyway, so the basic is 105. The variety is 139 a month, and the specialty is 309. Okay, so with each of these, there's going to be the shipping and insurance, which like for the basic, it comes out to 116 a month. When you create your account, it's going to give you the option to pick which day for your autosaver. And say like if you just wanted to create your membership today and then not do your pick your autosaver right away, they encourage you to do that. That way you don't forget to do it. But to stay qualified to get the compensation when you qualify as an associate to get the weekly checks, you do have to stay active and have a purchase within 30 days. And that's kind of intertwines with the autosaver thing and why they created it. So that way you're saving a little bit every 30 days. And that's how you build wealth. So it's, it's not a racket to get you to buy X amount per month, but that's realistically, if you're looking at it from a standpoint of building generational wealth for you and your future and your family, this is a way to do it. But also I want to point out too, is you don't have to want to participate in the compensation for it. If you don't, let me know that. But by default, if this is done correctly, which is how I'm doing it, when you share other people's links, by default, at some point you will qualify as an associate, even if you decided you don't want to. At some point you will. Okay. But if you're adamant about not wanting to or whatever or something like that, just let me know that when you email me, and then we'll just we'll work with you. But also, if like work somewhere where 5 or 6 people might be interested in it that you think, let me know that too, because then we can work together to figure out when you want me to share your personal link with somebody else. So like if you knew like 5 people right away or something like that, the link that you give me to share might be somebody on one of your lower legs that needs to qualify, so you qualify. And I'll get to that in a moment here. So you'll be able to, there's a drop down thing in your back office to pick the date. And so that's where you choose it. Okay, so to recap what Zach said, how do you become an associate or above? You receive points on your own monthly autosaver. Okay, so like I said, you can put them on your left or your right. Plus also you get the loyalty points, which is separate. You can't take your loyalty points and put them on your downline because those are already there. Okay, so those are kept separate for you to build up and actually gets free silver and gold as well. You get points when someone underneath you joins. So you have the 50, 100, or 150 for the memberships. And then their autosavers, every time that they have an autosaver and a coin shipped to them or a collectible shipped to them, those points go in your downline. So that's how you're constantly getting the points. It's not just like some places would do it where it was just be the membership. But no, this is every single transaction that people underneath you do. Any points associated with that goes towards your rankings. That's how everybody benefits from this, by sharing it. Okay. And then you get points on separate purchases or direct sales. Like I said, you'll have your own website. It's your 7K branded website that you can share with people. If somebody, just even somebody that's not interested in a membership, but if they come along or they check out your website and like, hey, that looks pretty cool, I want to go ahead and buy this as a gift for Father's Day or a graduation gift, which this is my son. The graduation gift I gave my son is a membership. So that's, I want him to start being able to control his, saving and, building towards his own wealth for his future. And it's a nice gift idea. But then, you had Mother's Day last month. And then you have like birthdays and Christmas and everything. So there's a lot of great opportunities here to, share this with people. And even if they don't want to create a membership or something, just share it with them anyways. And that's my one tip that I want to give is think about this. This is something that might help you get an idea of who you could share it with. There's always these, there's churches and there's different organizations that are always doing fundraisers. And people are just giving money as for a fundraiser. Okay. And, it's tax write-off or whatever. But what I would do, an idea is to approach these fundraisers with, okay, what if you do this membership thing? Okay. And the people, instead of them just giving money straight to the offer, they can create their membership, but then the money generated from that can go towards the charity. And like I said, if you orchestrated this correctly, and I could work with you on how to do it, if you'd like, you could actually, if like some church or some organization that you have, even like a parent, PT, the parent teacher organization or something like that, you could, people are always selling gift cards or T-shirts or whatever like that. Well, okay, yeah, the membership is a little bit more, but the return also is a lot more. Plus, on top of it, you get something in return. So people could actually get the return. They could donate, all right, get actually build their wealth by getting silver or gold or whatever monthly. But at the same time, the money that they're generating from, they can turn it back into the fundraiser. Okay, so if you really think that, and it's kind of like one of those. And I think it's the first time I've ever done that. So. It's just that the whole exploding thing. So it's just an idea, okay? And I have their income disclosure on here because we're talking about the exchange of money, where you're saving in the form of precious metal, but also the opportunity to earn passively in the process, okay? So this is what we'll do this. This is what the breakdown of the how it looks for your left and right. And so this would be you, then your first referral, like this, if your spouse or, you do have to be a legal age and have a social security number and be able to file taxes in order to participate in this, because they do charge taxes. But the thing is, they don't physically charge you tax on your weekly pay. You get that straight. It goes into your Sound Money wallet. And then you can either use it to pay for your autosave, or you can have it go, deposit in your bank. But they give you the 500 or the whatever increment it is, and then you're responsible for paying taxes at the end of the year. They'll send you a tax form and with how much you earned, and then you'll have to pay taxes on that. So I would highly encourage you to check with your CPA or your accountant just to see what they recommend you put on the side for that. So that way you're not shocked at the end of the year or something when it comes to taxes. So anyways, you would have your first referral would go to your left, and by default, everything goes to the left. But in your back office, there's a holding tank thing where you can control it and put it on your left or your right. And I always encourage people to check every Saturday night because they cycle points every Saturday at 11:59 Mountain Standard Time. So if you hit whatever your points, if you're hitting the 500 points, or depending on what you're ranked as, they deduct those points from your left and right every Saturday night at 11:59 Mountain Standard Time. And then on Monday, you should see the income in your Sound Money wallet. Okay, so that's how they do that. But so then you would have your first two referrals that qualify you as an associate or 500 per week. Then your next goal is to help your first two referrals become associates. So once they become associates here, you want to get 2 more direct referrals, then you're qualified as as a copper for $1,000 per week. So you see here with helping your team below you qualify, that's the pay it forward aspect of it. Okay, like if you just had a bunch of direct referrals, they're going to go this way, but what you want is for it to go down. That's what I'm showing you here. So this is the easiest way to explain it. You get 2 and then help those 2 get 2, and then you get 2 more, and then you're at $1,000 per week. And at $52,000 a year passive income, that's more than most people make in a year. So it's a really, this is a really, the potential here just for sharing this. Now, if you're somebody who's quiet and don't know how to share it, let me know that too. Or if you're, you don't want to approach people. Yeah, I bought this for my son for his graduation present. My oldest son's gotten into it, and I've had some people that I know that I've talked for a while. They're interested in it, do it. So it's like, there's people, just don't be afraid to mention it, because just tell them, hey, I want to share something with you. If you're interested, let me know. Just at least have them watch the video, because what I'm sharing with you tonight, there's a phone app that they have where you can actually just share the short videos through your phone. Just send them a text message with the video and say, hey, check this out and let me know what you think. And if they say, no, I'm not interested, and just say, okay, well, at least you have the information. And if you know of anybody else that is interested, share it with them and, have them reach out to me. That's what you can do. So don't feel bad about sharing it, because like I said, I think everybody needs to know this, not just the 7K opportunity, but what they share about the value of precious metals, versus the decline of the dollar. So this is your first 2 direct referrals. They become an associate. Then the next direct referral you have, this should technically be blue, but anyways, the next direct referral here on your left and right, and you qualify as a copper. Okay, so as you're starting to move up, it's important in order for you to move up, the people below you have to move up as well. Okay, so that's why I always encourage people to, when you share with the opportunity with people, encourage them to do the autosaver. That way they stay active, you stay active, and everybody continues to accrue points and actually get the weekly checks. And one thing that 7K, it's not shown here in the video, but one thing they started to do at the end of last year is if you're like qualified as an associate where you have a left and a right, but you're not quite at the 500 points per week. Once you hit 250 points each side, they actually started last year. They started doing that where they would pay out $250 to you once you hit the 250 points. And from what I understand, they did announce the other night, or actually last Monday, that they are going to continue that throughout this year. So that's something where they're getting the money back into your hands quickly. And depending on, like, say with your autosaver, like say if you created your membership today, but you didn't want to have your first autosaver ship, today's the 12th. So say if you didn't want to have your autosaver shipped till the 26th, you could create your membership. And if you share this, with enough people and we're working together, you could possibly even get you could possibly qualify for as an associate and get paid even before you have your autosaver ship. So it depends on how aggressive you are or how you approach this. Okay, so there's a lot of potential here. Okay, and of course, like I have to say, nothing is guaranteed, but if we work together, we can get to the point of, like I said, my goal is to have everybody that's on our team hit the $500 a week mark. Okay, that's my goal, to help everybody, and we have to work together in order for that to happen. Okay, so just to cover the ranks again, there's 500 for associate, copper is $1,000 per week, bronze is $2,000 per week, silver is $3,500 per week. And if you qualify as a silver within the first 90 days of creating your membership, if you qualify as a silver, 7K rewards those members as a special way of thanking them for kind of kicking some butt and getting going and sharing the opportunity. They reward those people with a 100-ounce silver bar. Okay, and right now that's valued at $3,100, $3,200. So that's another perk, another bonus they give you just for sharing this great opportunity with people. And usually what they like to do is they have events throughout the year. And if you're able to attend the event, they like to have you come and they present it to you on stage and say, because they want to make a big deal out of it, because it is a big deal. You're sharing a great opportunity and you're getting rewarded for it. So, and that's something like the one guy said in the one meeting, Zach, he was talking one night, he's like, and heck, if you ever run into trouble, just you're wondering what to do with that silver bar if you ranked as a silver, and you can sell the silver bar back to us. So there's everything that, you're saving in the form of, there is that option to sell it back to 7K, just to keep in mind, just to keep that in mind. So there's a lot of great opportunities here. But like with the silver, once you hit silver within 90 days, you do have to hold that rank for 45 days. And that just means that the people that are below you are stay active, for at least 45 days. So that would probably be just figure 2 months, because I guess probably they hit some people that maybe at some point tried to do something a little quick, where they just had people create their membership and then they just didn't do anything, and then they dropped from the rank. But that's part of it, is just hit it within 90 days and then hold it for 45. So after silver, there's 7,000 a week at gold, 10,000 for executive gold, and 12,500 per week for presidential gold. And to just recap the income disclosure, when they put this information together between November 2016 and October of last year, end of October last year, out of everybody that actually qualified as an associate to where they either did or had the potential to receive an income, 92% of the members were at an associate level, 6% were at copper, 1% at bronze, less than 1% were at silver, and there were gold and executive gold, but those were less than 1% as well. But you're talking tens of thousands of people. Okay, so there's quite a few people, quite a few members of 7K. So, but it shows you that it's easier to qualify just as an associate, because you're just getting 2 direct referrals. But if you're not helping those 2 direct referrals get additional people, it takes a little bit longer for you to get the points. But at the same time, that's where working together as a team, we can work together to try and have this come about as quick as possible. Because I'm going to continue to do these presentations. I've also have some other things that I'm working on, which will actually help everybody out on our team as well. So moving forward, it's just a matter of working together. Okay. So just to recap the member benefits, because when you actually see everything, like I encourage people to go to the training, but because you'll get a ton of information there. But you have access to the Sound Money wallet. You have the autosaver program, which, like I said, is just your personal version of a 401k, where you're not paying anybody else to do it. You're handling everything yourself. They offer 7K healthcare program, where they offer insurance. And even if you have insurance, they do offer a supplemental insurance. So that's an option, but also keep in mind, like every company, that everybody has an open enrollment period for their insurance. I'm not sure exactly when theirs is at the moment. So that would have to be something, if you were interested, you could check with their customer support. You have dealer direct pricing. So you have the mint, dealer, and then 7K. That pricing is what they pass forward to us. You have 7K limited edition and rare coins. They have some really rare collectibles. Actually, I'm going to skip down and show them to you real quick. Whoops. All right. So see this here? This is one of the coolest ones. It was the Star Wars Death Star. This is like a 3-kilogram silver collectible, and you see all this detail. That was in the detail of the collectible itself. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that one when it came out. But this actually, right now, if you your loyalty points, if you build them up, you can actually get this as one of the freebies. This was a 9-coin Chopin set. Okay, it's got 9 coins. I believe the coins were, I think, half ounce. I might be mistaken on it, but there's 9 coins in the set. But this collectible here, the top of the piano opens up like a regular piano, and there's 3 legs that you put underneath it for a display, and it's like super cool. I wish I would have grabbed that one too. But they do have some other ones, like even right now they're doing their Roman Empire series. That's what this is from here. This is like just copied like the Hawaii state coin. But the Miss Liberty coin, that's like a really sweet looking one, where on the front of the coin, it's got the Statue of Liberty like this. And then you flip the reverse over and you see the back of the Statue of Liberty with the back view of what she's looking at. So it's really cool. So anyways, okay. So yeah, so that's as far as the rare collectibles they have. And I've seen, if you look up some of these after you become a member, and you look at some of the coins that they've had in the past and everything, and you look up the prices on even like eBay or something like that, people do pay through the roof for them, because they are limited edition. Okay, so a lot of times they'll have coin drops like once every 2 weeks, roughly 2 to 3 weeks, and when it's usually like a low mintage collectible that they're offering, where it's like 500 or less or something like that, and they'll send you notifications. to let you know that they're doing it, but it's only open for a limited window. So because usually it's at a specific time to let you know what it is, then they'll give you a code to put in there, and then you can actually log in and get it. And that's where it's good to have your card information in the Sound Money wallet, because that way you don't have to worry about typing in your credit card number or something like that in order to get it. But yeah, so they have some very rare and nice collectibles. And I've seen them like go for 3 times as much already on eBay. So anyways, so you have the 1099 tax advantages because once you start receiving an income, you do have that tax advantage because you're operating as a business. So even like double check with your CPA or accountant, but even like your membership it's required in order for you to earn money. So that would be something to look into as far as having a deduction. There's different deductions that you can take. I'm not a tax expert, but I would recommend you check with your accountant. You have the option for the gold-backed IRA, which is phenomenal. 7K Advantage rewards. That's just an extra purchase for being a member. There's an app for it. You can put in your town, city, wherever you're at, and it'll show you what companies or businesses have discounts in your area. So you can just save just a little bit here and there, which does make a difference over the course of a year. You have the residual income for life. So that's the thing is as long as your membership's active and the people below you stay active. And there's ways to check, and I don't want to show you that now because this is already taking too long, and I'm sorry about that. But I did have a lot of information I wanted to share with you. But anyways, there is a way for you to monitor who's below you and where they're at as far as being active. Okay. And then there's e-commerce sales. Like I said, you have your own personal branded 7K website that people can buy stuff from, and an a little push or perk that has your website will have is it'll say, I hope I'm still recording. Okay. It'll say on there when somebody goes to make a purchase, are you a member? And if they say no, then it says, well, this is your price. And then it'll say, if you become a member, this is your price. And so there's another little extra perk or way for you to generate or create, have somebody get a membership to is through your personal website. Okay. But because you're going to refer your link anyways. So like I said, what I'd like for you to do is to work with you together. And together we can actually build a really great team. And like I said, my initial goal is to have every single person on here that takes part in this, that works with us here on our team for everybody to hit the associate rank. And like if you just want to create a membership and have the ability to save throughout the year and do the auto saver and not worry about it, let me know that as well. And we'll see how everything goes, but I'm really looking forward and excited to work with you guys on this. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't, like that's the thing with silver and gold. It doesn't matter what race you are, what your political beliefs are, whether you're male, female, it doesn't matter. It's everybody should have the opportunity to do this. And this is a great opportunity here. So what I'd like you to do is send me your name, your preferred email address, and your contact or your phone number for texting purposes. I won't be calling you. I'm not going to harass you or anything. It's just, it's another means for us to communicate if need be. Okay. And then send that to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. As soon as I get your email, I will send you a link for you to create your membership to create your account. As soon as you create your membership and you have your username, send that back to me, because once you're in the system and I share your link with somebody else, then they'll be attached to you. So like I said, if you had a husband or wife, or you're doing this for your grandkid or your son or your daughter, your grandma or grandpa, and you wanted to have you create your membership and you wanted them on your team or whatever, we can really make this work. Okay. But if you have your spouse signs up, you already have one leg, and then the next person I share your link with that gets you at an associate. So there is the potential, if we work together, for this to work out really great. So as soon as you get the link from me, create your membership, then send it back to me, and then I will in turn share that with the next person. So keep that in mind too. If you're, depending on how many people email me here or take to create their membership or want to create it today, there might be a slight delay. Okay. But if you email me, I'll let you know, where things are. Okay. So then I will go ahead and you can text it to me too if you want, if you have my number, or I prefer the email, but either way, that'll work. And I used to have my phone number on here, but because I've been going live on YouTube and a couple other places on Facebook and that, I don't want to get interrupted while I'm talking here. So, and if you're watching a replay online and you just want to go ahead and check things out, you can, this HTTPS www.7kmetals.com/Rick F. That'll actually take you to My branded website for 7K. But even like if you went to 7kmetals.com and you try to create an account through that, they're going to ask you who you referred, because that's their whole thing, is it's a pay it forward thing. They're constantly wanting to help people out. So in this case here, if you created your membership through that, and it would ask you who referred you, you would put in Rick F, and that would mean that you would come onto our team, and then I would reach out to you as well. Okay. So I really hope you enjoyed this presentation. I enjoyed sharing it with you. Sorry, I got a little bit long-winded here, but there's so much information. And if you have any questions, I can, and with you having my number, you can text me or email me too here at rickandsilverandboldsolutions.org. And I can actually, if you say, hey, Rick, can you get together with me on a Zoom? I've had one person do this already. They're like, can you answer some questions for me? And I will be able to reach out to you, and we can set up something on a separate Zoom thing. And then once we get our Facebook group together, if I could just like maybe pick one day a week or something that's kind of convenient for everybody, or try to make it as convenient as possible. And then we could just jump on a call together and have all the questions answered at once if you'd like. But I will do whatever I can to help you succeed is to my best ability. And like I said, there's no guarantee on everything here, but my goal is to help everybody try to qualify for that associate rank. So thank you again for taking the time to spend your Saturday evening with me. I hope you got some great value from this. And if you're watching the replay, you can still reach out to me for the drawings that I mentioned, and then also to qualify for the monthly drawing. And you don't even have to create a membership. I think this is a great opportunity, but if you decide not to, that's okay too. Still reach out to me with your name and email address so I can put you in the drawing. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Thank you again for taking your time to spend your evening with me, and you have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. Pause. Okay, so I'm not sure. I can't see if you're on YouTube right now and you're leaving comments. I can't see them. And also my Facebook isn't popping up here as well. That's the only thing I don't like about Zoom. So if you have any questions, just go ahead and get back to me or email me here, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Okay. Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate your time. Take care.